After a successful run in the music industry, Rap-A-Lot began to evolve. No longer was it just a music factory, but a complex corporation, with Prince taking on several ventures, from real estate to condoms and even boxing.
Next, I'm gonna first of all, I'd like to thank God for this opportunity. I would like to thank Floyd and let him know I'm very proud of his performance tonight.
I'm diversifying my portfolio right now. I'm really doing a lot of other things to exercise my entrepreneurship. I don't want my followers to think I'm one-dimensional, so I'm branching out.
In 2005, Prince returned his focus to music. He signed one of the South's most prolific rappers, an MC who'd firmly established himself years earlier with the legendary group UGK.
As an artist, especially with Jive, a lot of the problems we had with Jive Records, when don't get me wrong, they had problems with us too. But the majority of the problem was a lack of communication. Always having to try to get someone on the phone, and people be like, well, he's on vacation, he's in a conference call, and all these things. With signing with Rap-A-Lot, I was able to, if I had any problem with the marketing department, the A&R department, you know what I'm saying, promotions department, video, publicist, I could literally get up, get in my car, and in 15, 20 minutes be at my record company, which is an advantage that Los Angeles recording artists as well as New York recording artists, and even, you know, Nashville for different country artists, they've always been able to go and exercise, you know, and tell people how they feel about things face to face so they can really be felt. With Rap-A-Lot, I had that opportunity. I was able to literally go in with the staff at a meeting for the album. Usually I would only be on a speakerphone for some of these things. I was actually able to be in the meeting to tell the people what I intended to do with this project, how hard I intended to work, how hard I expected them to work. And for them to see it in my eyes and to really feel me than just saying something on the phone with management and lawyer or everybody on a conference call. Things get kind of jumbled and nobody really takes any of that kind of stuff seriously sometimes, unless people start cursing or whatever. And my thing is, if I can look you in the eye and tell you what I'm thinking, you're going to understand what I'm serious. And just secondly, I think I was thinking that, you know, the connection with the people that I have, my fan base, and the perception had to be key. You know, we had offers from, say, a Bad Boy Records, which, no disrespect to Puff. Puff is a great promoter of records. He's a great CEO. He definitely knows how to get business handled. But Bad Boy Records may have been looking to take me off on a different tangent than maybe I was ready or my fans were ready for me to go. Same thing with like the Interscopes and the Universals. It wasn't a matter of money. Like, don't get me wrong, I was compensated well for my Rap-A-Lot album. But there were people who were willing to overcompensate to try to connect themselves with my core fan base. But the problem is they make, a lot of these major labels, they go out of their way to make the connection to the streets and then try to take the streets pop. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, if I'm standing on this corner and something's going on in that corner, if enough people gravitate to that corner, eventually I'm going to walk to that corner and see what's going on. That's how people should be selling this music, and that's the way that I felt that Rap-A-Lot and Asylum were going to be able to promote this record to the people who are already listening to this music, already living this, quote, lifestyle, assimilated to this vibe that we put out. And I thought the best way to just send it out there for people to not get it twisted would be that Bun B's album is coming on Rap-A-Lot. Oh, okay, well, that's going to be some Texas South shit. We already know what that's going to be. It's going to be that.
R.I.P. to Robert Davis, he the king of the side. Anything else said, need to shut your damn mind. I'm down with Lil Flip, and I'm down with T.I.P. If them players better know how much paper we can see. Slim Thug and Z-Go, y'all still with the trippin'. Need to sit down, take a tour, too much money to be get. Paul Wall and that Cooper still ain't talking. Money speak, all that bull pound keep walking. Y'all boys got the game twisted up. All your record company people need to shut your mouth up. Cause y'all keeping up the dissing and the capping. The white people laughing at us, that's what's happening. They saying stupid, dumb monkeys still ain't figured it out. Long as they stay divided, man, we gon' run aside. Y'all need to get up off the dumb talk. I got a bread truck, get up off the dumb talk.
Pimp C joined Rap-A-Lot as a solo artist, but remained under contract to another label as part of UGK.
There's a lot of misconceptions and misunderstandings about Jay Prince and maybe the way Jay Prince conducted business and business practices or whatever. As an artist, I've been in a position where there was maybe an instance or two where there were some things I didn't agree with the way things were being done. And I was like, well, I want to talk to Jay about this, and I think I need to talk to Jay about it. People were like, well, no, I don't talk to Jay about it. Jay don't really. I say, no, I feel strongly enough about this, and as a man, I feel like I should be able to come to Jay and tell him anything. You know what I'm saying? Well, Jay, real adamant, this is kind of how he wanted to do it. I understand that, you know, but I still feel like I should talk to this man. Everybody was like, well, you know, don't rock the boat, don't do this. I went to discuss the matter with him, and he was like, you know what, Bun? I'm glad you came and talked to me about it. I don't want you doing anything that you don't feel good about, because we need the best music put out over here. And you can't be working feeling funny about the music you're making and the circumstances you're making the music on. You know what I'm saying? So I think the most surprising thing was, to me, for years hearing that you couldn't say no, you know what I'm saying, or you couldn't, quote, defy this man, as if he wasn't a common man like the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? There is the myth and mystique of Jay Prince, and I think he's earned that to a certain extent. I think people should be aware of the contributions and the grind and the hustle and the time that he's put in to this game. But at the same time, you know, we're all businessmen. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're from the streets and of the streets, everything isn't handled in the street manner. We take it there when there is no other way for handling the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's the only time we decide that we have to, you know, come to blows if need be with somebody, you know. And I respect the man's professionalism. I think that there's been a big misconception about the way that Jay Prince handles business. And my first time coming to Heads as an artist, you know, under Rap-A-Lot, I didn't have that problem. You know what I'm saying? So that really to me was like, you know what? This is a real man. I can't speak on any situations anybody had with him before me, but as far as I can tell, if you are willing to go to the man and communicate these issues with him, look him in the eye as a man and tell him how you feel about something, Jay Prince will respect that.
Pimp C and Prince released 2 successful albums until that devastating day in December 2007. C was found dead in a hotel room in Los Angeles, California. A combination of cough syrup and sleep apnea claimed the Port Arthur-born rapper's life. It sent shockwaves through the music industry and at Rap-A-Lot.
Well, that was a sad day, and it was sad because of you know, the conversations that he and I had shared prior to that moment, you know, for years, you know, the interactions, the conversations. And to have witnessed the ultimate cause of death being a drug, you know, hurt me, because I knew Pimp C, and I know that's not how he wanted to go out.
Yeah, he died December 4th, 2007, and that was the day that my album had came out. And it's like one of those days that you say, damn, man.
The death of Pimp C wasn't the end of the road for Rap-A-Lot. It was a monumental and memorial catalyst to keep the Houston-based company going with current artists like Devin the Dude and Zero.
I mean, it's opportunity. And I mean, anybody would have to be a fool not to accept opportunity. So I mean, like, I've seen the man take people, because I mean, I'm looking at myself too. I've seen the man take me from, you know, when I was, you know, I'm gonna be honest about it. I signed with Rap-A-Lot hastily at first, because, you know, I was in the streets real hard. I caught a case.
You know, I took a crew of ex-convicts, and, you know, we became the #1 record label for years. So these are people that's brilliant, you know, these are brilliant thinking people, but made a mistake in life, and in the real life, a lot of times they don't forgive you when you make these different mistakes. So to be able to prove to the world that, you know, these people was not only given another chance, but we were successful at doing it, it's a good feeling.
And over the last 25 years, the Rap-A-Lot CEO is not at all unfamiliar with giving back to the community. There's also that philanthropic side of James Prince and Rap-A-Lot Records.
Well, all the good that they do. You know, the little Thanksgiving giveaways, the Christmas giveaways, that's the big part of it, even down to the little part of just sending people you don't even know money in jail. I think they call them care packages. I mean, one thing about it is, it takes some hell of a people to help people that they ain't never met before yesterday.
There are thousands of children in Fifth Ward, Texas, who have benefited from the charitable ventures of the Prince Complex and Rap-A-Lot Records. After-school programs, a youth boxing league, computer courses, and even a senior citizens program. Prince not only takes care of his family, he includes the community.
It comes from, back when I was like 8 years old. I think it all come from the curse of poverty, witnessing poverty all of my life. And at the age of 8 years old, I used to tell my auntie, my grandmother, I used to tell all my relatives I'm gonna be rich, because I would see them crying over different bills and the struggle. And it's almost as if I vowed at the age of 8, 9 years old that I was gonna be the one to do something about it.
Prince's foray into professional boxing with talents like Floyd Mayweather has not only been financially good for Rap-A-Lot, but the children in the community, something Prince never forgot about, no matter how much money he makes or how much success he achieves. Floyd Mayweather.
I sat down with my promoter, Bob Aram, and my manager, Jay Prince, and we came up with, like I said before, to get something back to the kids and to get something back to the high school so they can have some, and we donate $50,000.
It's the mothership of the South. You got, and Baby from Cash Money, Brian and Ronald Williams will tell you the same thing. Everybody kind of try to mold their label this way to have full control of what they're doing.
What the future holds for Rap-A-Lot is a diversified portfolio of ventures. It's clear Prince is not ready to give up the throne, and those who respect him are not ready to see the man with the vision go just yet. Rap-A-Lot has served as a blueprint for some of the South's most prominent labels today.
Yeah, we went through that period too, what I'm saying, and that's what made me like, damn, Jay made it from Texas. We could do the same from New Orleans. That's what opened our eyes to saying that this can really happen.
Jay is the pioneer of the South. He not only inspired me, but he inspired a lot of other record labels, such as No Limit and Cash Money. Without him, he's like the godfather of the South.
Definitely Rap-A-Lot is relevant in shaping Cash Money. DNA from Rap-A-Lot definitely came, you know what I'm saying? That's a piece of the Cash Money tree.
I probably was stealing cars or doing something like that. Wasn't really focused on the music game, just really. So then we hooked up, started vibing, taught me some game, gave me some game, and the Swap House came off a birth in 1991.
Rap-A-Lot and Jay Prince's influence can be found in music today with artists like Drake, who's burning up the national charts.
It's really though, his family is like my family. You gotta understand, that's where Drake come into play at. That come from Jay, nobody knows that. And, that was a way for him and I, who have a relationship, to allow my son Lil Wayne and his son come into business together.
Prince's business skills have been mimicked by CEOs like Baby, Slim, and even G-Dash over at Swishahouse, reminding the industry that a man with a dream and a stable full of talented artists can endure the test of time, 25 years and counting.
James Prince, that's my inspiration. He's from the South. I watched him cry, he Lil Jay. I definitely have to thank him because without Lil Jay, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now.
I admired him, I looked at him, and I studied him. I studied what he was about, I studied how he took care of his business. I read on him. I did more about him than he probably knew. I studied what I wanted to get myself into, and he was the person that I looked up to at a young age when I first started.